Rasmus Hojlund. That is the latest conversation now amongst the United fan base and just in general. He's come under a lot of criticism for this Euros, and there was a lot of discourse on social media. And I'm here to talk about it. Let's have an honest conversation. Rasmus Hojlund, for me, I hope he has a good career at Man United. I do like a lot of what he can bring to the football club. And I think for me, there's a player there. But there is a situation now where I believe he needs help, man. He needs help. His overall game for me needs adjusting. His overall game needs helping out in terms of his first touch. I don't think is great. I think for me in this Euros, just his lack of nous of getting into the box and do you know what I mean? And just his overall game. I look at Rasmus Hojlund and I'm like, Ruud van Nistelrooy, we need you now. Because he came under a lot of criticism, like I said on social media yesterday. And listen, everybody's got a right to opinion. Everybody can have their say. But ultimately, you know, when I look at strikers at Man United, we need more. It just isn't about scoring goals at Man United. Overall package from Rasmus Hojlund, are we getting that? That's the question I want to ask you ourselves. And, you know, yesterday against Germany, there was a couple of chances that fell his way. He didn't really connected them as much as he could. And also his touch came under heavy, heavy scrutiny. There was people saying, is he the right player for Man United? Can he lead the line next season? Do Manchester United need to go get a second striker to compete with Rasmus Hojlund? He came in 72 million from Atalanta, an unknown quantity in terms of, what he could bring in terms of, he already scored 9 goals. People said he's better on the right. Is he already a striker? Is his hold-up play up to scratch? Is he one for the future? And is he for now? He's still young, 21 years old nowadays in football. People can say, oh, well, 18, you've got Lamine Yamal playing at a high level and you've got other players. I think that's great, but they're not generational. They're not players who have made it yet. They're not. Hojlund is a work in progress. I believe there is a player there. I really, really do. I think he's got the determination. I think his pace is electrifying. Once he gets on that run and he makes that crazy running behind, you can't stop him. The power, the speed, it is electrifying. But problem is, though, in the Premier League right now, you're not going to get a lot of them moments. You're not. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have teams that play low block. You're going to have teams that will go aggressive to you yesterday. Like yesterday, for example. There will be teams that go aggressive to you, and you've got to be able to hold up the ball a little bit. You've got to be able to show, the touch, the movement. You know what I mean? You've got to be able to anticipate situations and be there, in them kind of critical moments. And that's where, for me, I worry for Rasmus Hojlund. But like I said, Ruud van Nistelrooy is on his way. People, give him that chance to work with a striking coach like Ruud van Nistelrooy who can come in and help his game. He needs help. He needs one-to-one coaching. The best players in the world still need one-to-one coaching. Are you going on like these players have just made it? Yes, there's been the hard work and the actual individual quality, but don't get me wrong, man. There's been elements of coaching, one-to-one coaching being aimed at Rasmus Hojlund and any other player there can be. So that's what Rasmus Hojlund does need. He has scored 16 goals last season. And that is something that we can have confidence with the next season. But ultimately, his overall game is also going to be severely, severely judged because what you look at strikers nowadays is that they are a link man to the wingers. They now feed off the wingers. They need to work in tandem with the wingers. They need to. It's a team game now. It's a team game. That's how we got to move. Unfortunately, that's the name of the game. So you're going to have to sometimes feed off scraps. You're going to have to sometimes do the ugly work. And can Rasmus Hojlund do that? Are we missing that? And that's why this summer, Zirkzee has to come in. Another striker has to come in because Martial's gone. Let's be honest, man. How many strikers have we really had in the last couple of years? Not many. It's always been makeshift attackers coming in, doing a job, whether it's Weghorst, whether it's Ronaldo for a couple of years. It's been a bit, the approach for strikers has been scattergun. Ten Hag has come in. He said, right, I maybe wanted Harry Kane, But now I've got Rasmus Hojlund. And let's be honest with you, man. Throughout the whole season, there's been ups and downs. He had that initial goal drought. He did well in the Champions League. He then had that unbelievable kind of almost 7 goals in 7 games, and then kind of went off the boil a little bit and then scored a few towards the end of the season. So it's kind of the purple patch kind of situation is a bit, something that we need to sort out in that regard. But all in all, like I said to you, man, I think for me, there are positives in Rasmus Hojlund. They are going to be criticism. And I think for me, they are justified. You know what I mean? For me, if you got context behind it, I think they're justified. People are right to criticize. It's a Manchester United forward. Where you can say he's a young player, but he's a Manchester United forward. And that for me is something that, you know, we can discuss and we can talk about. This video isn't like kind of, I want the heat to be on Rasmus Hojlund. This is an open discussion. This is just we just need to talk about things. I think we just debate things. It's so we're always one extreme, or we're like, yo, we're backing him too much. I'm like in the middle. I can criticize a player, but then give him credit. I really can, believe it or not. People don't want to hear it, but I do like to be balanced. And sometimes when players come through the door, similar to Garnacho, people don't rate Garnacho, but I say, you know what? Give the kid a chance. He's still young. He still can develop. Yeah, it might not be it, but who's it for United right now? Everybody's consistent. We talk about Bruno Fernandes, one of the most key important players. He goes down situations where it's not great, So there's this element of, what, everything needs to be done now, now. Like, why? Why does everything need to be so extreme now in football? So I think that comes down to the football club not doing well for so many years. And ultimately, it's like things need to be ready now in football, and everybody else is making movements. Everybody else is trying to get in their players. And when you see clubs like Bournemouth and that, and got Solanke, and Newcastle got Isaac, and United have got a working process in Hojlund, people start to get a bit impatient. People start to get a bit, you know what, it's not working out right now. What's happening? Da, da, da. People do, and that reality is happening now in football. So I think Rasmus Hojlund, I think for me, next season is going to be a crucial season. I really, really do. Just to kind of almost let people know that, you know what, we got this. Things are going to happen. It's going to be okay. Rasmus Hojlund is going to be the guy that's going to be there for Man United. I think we need to have that one more season, you know what I mean, and really, really take that in. But the key message is he does need help, though. Rasmus Hojlund does need help. Guys, let me know in the comments below. Like the video on your way out. And like I said, man, let me know, what do you think? Is there or is this for me an overreaction? Take care. Bye-bye. Peace.